Three, two, one.
Yeah, and I mean, and all of that thing, that the thing that really killed me about it is that Chris Bodie, I mean, this guy's an international Grammy award-winning artist. I mean, I had the fortune, the great fortune of playing with him on a television show that I did a few years ago, and I knew he was a good guy then. The thing I couldn't understand though is so many artists profess that they really that they really want to give back to the community. But you know, it's just a funny thing. It's so easy to come here to the Clef Club because we have kids that are in. Boy, they would love an opportunity to spend 1 hour. I mean, this guy came in as busy as he is. I mean, Chris Bodie, you can't get much more busier than this guy. This guy's on tour like 300 days a week, 300 days out of a year. I mean, never has time for family or anything. But if he can come in and give 1 hour of his time, and that's all it took, literally. I mean, if you time it, the guy came in 15 minutes before, 1 hour, and he was out. That was it. Nobody kind of knew about it. We weren't really expecting it, but he just came and heard about the Clef Club. He liked the idea, and he wanted to make a connection. And this is all we're asking is that if one of the, I would say we have maybe 10 headline musicians, being jazz, R&B, rock, come to this city every month, headlining at every one of these theaters. At least 10 to 15 that I count. And if we could just have one of those come in and just spend one time, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and just, you know, to talk, make a connection with the kids. They have no idea what type of an effect that has on children and what an inspiration that is. I mean, the kids talked about Chris Bodie after he left, like, oh man, like it was the greatest inspiration ever. And I'm just saying that I think artists don't realize what an impact that they actually have by just coming in and having to sit down in a one-to-one. It's one thing to see them on stage and communicate, but to actually sit down like a regular person, like I'm doing right now from you know, person to person, and have a one-on-one, that means the world to a young musician, a young budding musician. It certainly did me. I mean, I've had my run-ins with different musicians in master classes, and every one of those master classes that I had, especially a nice personal relationship and a personal open conversation just about music and just about the craft. You know, I mean, it's just irreplaceable. Those are irreplaceable experiences, and I urge every artist, I don't care what level you think you're on, you're on no level until you give back to the children, because the nurturing of the children is what's going to continue. It's what's going to carry the legacy of music in general on. So we can't let that happen. It's a big part of our culture. We can't forget that. Artists.